Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's message is a channeled message from Kali Ma. She is the Hindu goddess of destruction and rebirth, and she is here with a special message for divine feminines. So when I was preparing for today's video, and the way that I do these channeled messages is I will sit in meditation and ask which deities want to come through, because since this is my calling, all of my guides and angels, all of the deities and beings of light, they know that I do this, right? They know that I post channeled messages and I ask them twice a month to come through. So it was funny because the first deity that came through for this month was Krishna with New Beginnings, and that was such a beautiful light divine masculine energy. So when Kali wanted to come through with the dark feminine energy, it really gave me this aha moment about why this juxtaposition between light divine masculine and dark feminine energy. It's because us as feminines, right? Us as divine feminines. This has nothing to do with gender. You can be of any gender but carry this divine feminine energy within you. The divine feminine energy is really on the rise now. And I'm hearing rise of the wise woman. So I want to take a step back and say how beautifully this connects with our reading, with the channel message that I posted earlier from Krishna, because Krishna came through the message, the energy that came through, the archetypal energy that came through in that reading. We had three themes. We had the fault line, which was fundamental changes, but we had the queen. And I mentioned in that reading that we are going to see the rise of the divine feminine energy this year. And very fitting to that theme, I had Kali come through for today's message. And I really want to get a message for my audience here about what we can expect in the new year and any words of advice. So I think what I want to start with is I want to start by connecting in with Kali Ma and asking her who this message is for, right? Because a lot of us might know and love Kali Ma already. Some of us might not be familiar with who she is. So let's tap in, say a quick prayer, and I'll ask her who this reading is for. Jai Mahakali. Kali Ma, I ask humbly that you please come through and speak through me and deliver this message to all the divine feminine collective that is viewing this. I ask that only the truth come through in an easy to understand and implement way, and I ask that only messages of the highest light and divine grace come through. Thank you, so be it. So Kali Ma, before we start, can you please first tell us who this message is for? This message is for the awakened ones. It's for the chosen ones. It's for those who keep seeking me, those that keep seeking their highest wisdom and their highest growth. This is a message for the light workers who are meant to come into their own and shine in 2025. So if you think that 2025 is your year, then this message is for you. Whew. Okay. So Kali Ma made that very clear. Let's go ahead and get a few cards and channel out the rest of the message. So technically, like you just witnessed, I'm able to channel deities and allow them to use my vessel to speak through me. But that can be quite tiring, and because I want to keep up with my work schedule and YouTube schedule, my healing schedule, I like to use the cards and channel it out that way because it takes away less of my energy. So I just wanted to clarify that. So Kali Ma, can you please use this deck of cards and give me the themes that you wish to speak about? What can the divine feminine energies look forward to in terms of lessons in 2025? Please, Kali Ma. So I'm feeling a lot of like wise grandmother, like grandmother spider energy. So let's see what comes through. Okay, we have Dream Traveler. So what this is telling me is that divine feminines, we're all going to wake up to our own intuitive and psychic abilities more and more. Because what this is telling me is it's showing me that you are not even aware of how much work you do when you're asleep. because a dream traveler is basically how I'm interpreting this card, is ourselves in the astral realm. Because once we go to sleep, we don't just lie there. Our spirit is always astral traveling, right? Because our spirit is infinite and it doesn't need rest the way our human body needs rest. But what this is telling me is that Divine Feminine, you're really going to grow in your power in 2025. And you're going to be able to traverse the astral planes and the astral realms with much more ease than in the past. So if you're watching this and let's say you're worried about your psychic abilities, maybe you feel like, oh, I can't see as much, I can't hear as much, just give it some time, because those abilities are growing in 2025. And the more you reassure yourself that this is normal and you're just going through some ups and downs, and that all of your gifts and abilities are going to become stronger, then you will keep growing. That's what I'm hearing. So Kalima, what else can we look forward to in 2025? What words of advice do you have, please? We have talking stick. So again, the talking stick really to me talks about taking the baton, right, from the previous generation or the previous mentors or leaders. And how this card is coming through to me is those of us who have been training, right? We've been working hard. I'll use myself as an example. I had my most recent big serious awakening in 2020. And since then, I've been working tirelessly and relentlessly on my healing path. And whenever I fall back, I pick myself up and I keep going. And if you're one of those people who has been diligent, right? If you've been working on yourself, whether it's for the past 6 months, 1 year, even if it's the past 30 days, if you are one of those people who has been working on yourself, you are ready to go out on your own and you are ready to trust yourself. Because what they're showing me is the apprentice becoming the master now. Right? This doesn't mean that we don't need gurus. This doesn't mean that we're better than our teachers. It just means that we have reached that level where we're able to embody what we were learning all this while. So what this could look like, Divine Feminine, is it could look like you changing teachers, changing majors at school, changing your friend circle. Basically what I'm seeing is true Divine Feminine energy is going to get a refresh in terms of your friend circle and the quality of Divine Feminine energy around you, right? So the talking stick gave us many messages, and I think the most important one is that you're ready to be the one in charge. You are the one in charge of your life. And most importantly, there is going to be a little bit of a restructuring and rearrangement of your social circle, right? Of the quality of feminine energy around you, Divine Feminine. So just allow all of this to happen. And we already have another card or 2 cards that have fallen on the ground. We have Gathering Your Tribe and Wounded Healer. So what these are telling me again is we're entering these times, and you know, this is nothing new. I've been talking about it in almost every channeled message of mine, that we're going through this tremendous time of change where the old paradigm is collapsing and the new is being birthed as we speak. So during that time, before we can rebuild this beautiful golden age new earth, the old has to collapse. And that's not always going to happen in a very elegant way. So the times that when things become tough, Kalima is very clearly saying, gather your tribe, right? Look out for them, Divine Feminine. You are in charge of nurturing your tribe. Don't ever forget that. That's one of the main reasons that we incarnated as Divine Feminine energy, because we carry that mother archetype or that mother energy within us, and we are meant to take care of those in our custody or those under our jurisdiction. Right? So what this is also telling me, the Wounded Healer card, is you have gone through this lesson. You have walked through the flames, right? You have come out the other side, Divine Feminine, and you are reborn, right? So this is really like 2 messages in one. It's saying, stand up for your tribe, gather your tribe. You have been trained for this, right? Stand up and be that matriarch in your community. You have trained for this and you're ready for this. And those of us that really understand Kali Ma and her energy, we know that although she can be forceful, she's very, very nurturing and maternal. And that's the energy that's coming to me through this card. She's coming in very gentle and reassuring, and she's assuring divine feminines that you're rising. You're rising in your power. I know it can be scary, but I'm here for you. And she's really one of the coolest goddesses I've worked with that way, because a lot of times these energies, because they have not had incarnations on earth, they don't understand why we do things sometimes. But Kali Ma is different because she's so open-minded and she's so balanced within her own dark side and light side that she never judges. So it becomes very easy to work with her when you trust her, because she understands the struggles that we have on earth. So yeah, I just wanted to say that because she is really one of the coolest goddesses that I've had the privilege of working with. So let's get another message, Kali Ma. What else did you want to tell divine feminine energy that is watching this about 2025, please? Give us... Whoa. Okay. I was about to say, give us something about love and relationships, because as a divine feminine myself, I'd love to know about that. And we had a bunch of cards flying out and they all make sense. So we have Circle of Life and Nature Spirits, and we have Answering the Call, right? And then we have all of that supported by Prayer Feather. So what this is telling me is, you have divine feminine, you've been doing the work, right? You've been connecting with nature, you've been tending to your own garden, you have been looking after yourself, and you have really been in harmony with the circle of life. And because you have done this, right? You have done your part and you have really focused on yourself and tended to your own garden. Because of that, the masculine energy that you are meant to be with is waking up and answering the call. Because divine feminines on this journey know that one of the biggest catalysts for the divine masculine counterpart to wake up is the divine feminine focusing on herself and stepping fully into that self-commitment and purpose work. So what this is clearly showing me, so I asked Kali Ma, show us something about love and romance for the new year for divine feminines, right? Since that was the question, the answer is so clear. It's saying you've been doing what you're supposed to do. You're in your Empress energy. And because of that, your masculine is waking up and answering the call, right? And we also have Prayer Feather. So what I'm hearing is your divine masculine is waking up and answering the call. It's almost like your divine feminine's higher self has heard your prayers for union. And it's waking up because I'm hearing the clarion call, which is really indicating that it is time for union, but only if you're able to sustain that inner union, right? So really stay in your divine feminine energy to sustain that inner union. What this looks like is, let's say you've been really on top of your workout game, you've been eating well, your spiritual routine is going great, and you feel balanced. Now, this is the perfect recipe to attract your masculine in, right? So once you do this, and let's say he messages or calls or you receive communication, if at that point you were to abandon everything and then just collapse back into that relationship, then that's not going to sustain. So what this is saying is, really practice being in your Empress energy even when you receive communication. Focus on you first, right? Because divine feminine, you are at the center of all of this, right? The divine masculine is just a bonus. The twin flame journey is all about you, right? So Kali Ma is coming through so clearly, because don't forget that Kali Ma herself is a twin flame. She is an avatar of Durga Ma, and Durga Ma and Shiva are twin flames. So she understands this perfectly, and she wants to come through and say that really live your life, be joyful and be grateful that you get to be a divine feminine, because it takes a very special soul to incarnate as a divine feminine, because our role is to embody complete love, compassion and peace, and that's no easy task. So I love that Kalima really started to speak about twin flames in this video, because that's something I had been thinking about speaking about, but I wasn't sure where to start. And as always, this is such confirmation that I'm supposed to be speaking about it. So if you all enjoyed this and you want more twin flame content, please let me know. I'm happy to post about it because I'm on that journey myself, and it's a very deep and beautiful journey that I'm happy to share about. But I want to close out this reading with Kalima with a couple of advice cards. So Kalima, can you please give us some advice for this beautiful new year on how we can really rise to our full authenticity and power? Because there it is. We have chosen. Make a difference in people's lives. Now, this is such a perfect message because, as you all know, twin flames, the 144,000, are the chosen ones. Now, it doesn't mean that other people are not chosen. It just means that in this context, twin flames or divine counterparts are chosen ones to make a difference in the world through their love. All of us are here to make a difference in the world through our light, through our God-given gifts. But twin flames are here to model love to others, right? Spread that high vibration through their divine unconditional love and acceptance of each other. So in that context, Kalima is saying you are chosen. Choose to make a difference. See how special you are, right? Don't just be like, oh my God, I'm a twin flame. It's so painful. I'm in separation. Yes, all of that is true. But in the same vein, you're being given this chance to really overcome deep-seated generational and multidimensional trauma that most other people don't even have access to. So the silver lining is, no matter how hard it may seem, come back to the fact that you're chosen and choose to make a difference in people's lives. So Kalima, give us one more card, please. Okay, we have one more. It says achievement. Focus on what makes you victorious. I love the tone of this card, right? It's not coming through as very demure, and it's not just saying, oh, just be in a receptive state. That's true. But this card is saying step into your power, right? Focus on what makes you victorious, because achievement, success, it's yours, divine feminine. You have to choose it and you have to take aligned action, right? And focus on what makes you victorious. You know, all of us have strengths and weaknesses. The more that we love our weaknesses and the more we focus on and play up our strengths, the more successful we will be. So I'm going to get one more card to close this out. Oh, beautiful. We have Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel guides your creativity. So what this is telling me is Gabriel is the messenger of God who communicates our prayers to God, right? He's also the Archangel of communication and creativity. So what Archangel Gabriel showing up shows me is that creativity is on your side, divine feminine. You've got this. If you're building your empire like I am, if you're going off on your own and starting your own businesses, if you're starting a new job, whatever you're doing, any new ventures you're undertaking this year are going to be a guaranteed success, right? The only thing that's required of you is unwavering faith, dedication, and discipline, right? Show up consistently every day for your dreams, and your dreams are already done, right? Archangel Gabriel, I'm hearing, I've already communicated your dreams to God. The only thing that's left is for you to take aligned action. So I hope that this was helpful. If you feel like you would like a fun, creative video reading on Etsy, check it out. I have a couple light languages there and a lot of fun video readings. And if you feel like working with me one-on-one, check out my website, ashalchemy.com. I will see you in my next video. Namaste.